When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. Nelson Mandela. Millions of black and mixed race Africans were denied this right for many years, including Nelson Mandela. He was a well-respected man who fought his entire life for what he believed in. His determination despite constant setbacks is what led to his successes in the betterment of the South African people. His ability to forgive caused a hurting nation to begin to heal. In 1918, a child was born in South Africa and given the name Rolihlahla Mandela, meaning troublemaker, a name he would soon live to exemplify. When he was sent to Christian school, he was given his Christian name, Nelson, the name he is now known by, which was only the beginning to oppress him and deny him of his identity. His father, a chief and counselor to the king, provided a relatively easy childhood for Nelson Mandela. This allowed him the choice to be ignorant to the oppressions of the time. However, he chose to engage himself in the political conversation and fight for those less fortunate than himself. Nelson Mandela faced many challenges and setbacks throughout his life. He was kicked out of college for organizing a protest against the racial inequality that he and his peers were subjected to. Despite this, he continued to organize throughout his adult life. Growing tired of the lack of change he experienced, he concluded that violent action was necessary for the end of the apartheid. The apartheid was a set of legislation and general policy established at the end of World War II to segregate blacks and whites. It was the Afrikaans, or white Africans, word for apartness. In 1962, the government charged Mandela for conspiring to overthrow the state. He was imprisoned for 27 years. He spent his time in prison obtaining his degree and ultimately formulating a plan for a non-violent reversal of apartheid policies. Only a year after the fall of the Berlin Wall, with new governments being established worldwide, the South African government ended the apartheid policies and Mandela was released from custody. 4 years after his release, Nelson Mandela ran for president. He was elected by popular vote due to his enormous popularity as a civil rights icon. When he went into power, he was able to forgive his oppressors. He decided to choose a non-violent route and did not retaliate against whites. In 1996, Nelson Mandela was able to pass a new South African constitution that ensured checks and balances among the government and civil rights protections for minorities. Nelson Mandela is regarded as one of the most important civil rights figures of all time. He serves as an example for future advocates. He did not deny his privilege, however, he recognized his platform and spoke out for those who could not speak out for themselves. His perseverance allowed him to be at the forefront of tearing down the wall of injustices in his own nation. His ability to forgive allowed him to get more work done in government and set a wonderful example for his followers. Nelson Mandela dedicated his entire life to justice, and the world is better for it today. Thank you.